Alright, just had to do a couple of things real quick. Do not mind me. Just had to check up on a couple of things while I was setting up the game, but here we go. Waiting on the spectator delay, and while we do, I will talk a little bit about this draft that we had going on. In particular, CSU. Well, do that. But CSU, it's somewhat standard for them. They picked the Draven. One thing that I had actually talked to the players about is trying out Tristana mid, because their current mid laner used to be an ADC player. Unless I'm mistaken, but I believe so. I believe our current mid laner used to be an ADC. Wasn't able to find a place on the team on that role. So Tristana seemed like a natural fit to me, and they should have played more Tristana compositions. It seems as though they have agreed, and they have decided to lock it against Lourdes, a team which, all things considered, CSU has beaten a team that has beaten Lourdes. They should be expected to win this one out. As for the rest of the draft, the Ornn makes total sense. It's one of Jason's comfort picks, one of his better champions, I would say. Mr. His Beard's Weird, locking the brand, they put him back into the jungle. Looks like this is a permanent switch up. Kha'Zix's permanently back to mid. Swapped to jungle last season, away from ADC, now swapping to mid. Should be a little bit more comfortable for him. But His Beard's Weird on the brand, one of the better, I would say, AP junglers in the current meta. Probably top 5, top 3 even. It's not something I've seen him pull out, but that doesn't mean he can't exactly do it. We have seen his Ziggs, we've seen him play AP champions as sort of artillery mages in the past. Granted, brand different in a lot of ways, but still, we've seen His Beard's Weird play similar enough champions. And then it should be obvious, Aqualad on the engaged support, Enchanters be gone, all in on the all-in, and Draven, it's a known quantity. It's just something that we can expect at this point for CSU. Every time they play, they're going to be pulling out the Draven whenever possible. It is his signature pick. It is his #1 agent selection. When Scrub McLord can get his grubby little mitts onto that champ, this team does miracle work. As for Lord's draft, I would say it's a fairly standard front to back. You got the Nautilus for the engage. Aatrox can cause a lot of chaos. You got the Kai'Sa for sort of engagey ADC. You got the Lissandra, somebody who can kind of take a back seat and sit back and watch. Gonna have to turn down the game in just a moment. There we go. I'm gonna turn down the game a little bit, if only for my own sake.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
That might have been a little too turned
30
down.
seconds until minions spawn.
That should be good. Standard neutral setup here for Lords. 5 players all set up in different places. Kha'Zix's just going to get a little bit of damage. Why not? Don't think he has first strike, but I'm sure I should have kept an eye on that. Yeah, he does not have first strike, but just an extra little bit of damage. It's no reason not to go for it when it presents itself. Yeah, I do like the composition Lords has put up here. If this Kha'Zix, it'll be a little bit strange to say Kha'Zix and Kha'Zix in the same game, but that's besides the point. If Snorlaxon can get on top of one of these squishy champions that CSU need to protect with the Ornn, with the Rel, being that Brand, Tristana, Draven, 3 champs who are going to be building all in on damage, he can get some pretty easy pickoffs. Same with Devious if he can kind of get into that back line. Obviously going to be a Quite a slow start, not a whole lot to do. That'll force the flash early. Level 1 flash forced. CSU on the ever so slightly better composition, level 1, and not only did they get that flash out, they also got the exhaust from Nautilus. Didn't even notice that one. As well as a defensive ward by Dullahan. What's important with CSU's composition. They want to get this damage in early. They want to try to get an early lead. That hook there from Dullahan punished significantly. Or I guess I didn't exhaust. I guess the players pinged it and they kind of baited me a little bit, but besides the point. Look at how much damage Scrub McLord can do. This is the Draven. This is why you play this champ. Level 1 damage is going to go for the flash engage. I think they can tower dive level 2, and they might just be more right than you could ever predict. Scrub McLord getting bullied a little bit by this Nautilus, but he's going to survive plenty fine. Top lane, Jason. But this is just the Aatrox experience. Fighting in Aatrox, you know, even level 1, it's not easy. Things there. They know that both summoners were invested by Aqualad. And the way that CSU played that, they were able to shove the wave in, get the ADC, stop her from CSing. Scrub McLord now 14 CS, rated Dirk online. Rated just a longsword and a dagger. It'll set CSU up for a decent lead moving forward, 500 gold. It's not huge, but it'll do. CS advantage in just about every position. Even if they're not trading as effectively as they could. Particularly on top side. It is very difficult, of course, to play into a Draven as Ornn. Well, not Draven, an Aatrox as Ornn. It is just one of those champions that can kind of bully you while you're in lane in the early levels. Then once the Ornn kind of starts to get going, it'll be hard to stop the unstoppable force that is a 3-item Ornn. 34 to 21 CS, 22 now in the mid lane differential. Isaacs has got to be feeling good about that. A little bit of a lead's been able to build up, and Stark Seal purchased for his Beard's Weird. They believe they're going to be able to start getting some engages in the lane soon enough, or they think that some team fights around objectives will favor them. These two able to effectively zone that bot lane off the bot wave. Jason's just going to take that, because why not? They already got one plate. They're going to look for a pick here, potentially. Scrub McLord jumping past the turret. He's going to just blow up this Kai'Sa. Just thermonuclear ADC play. Might try to go for this Nautilus. There's the auto, and Scrub McLord has got the damage. Will it come through? The Nautilus took him down quite significantly. Scrub McLord has got to survive. He will. Don't expect that to happen. Try and hit that slow phase of the game. CSU's gotten the necessary trades to get that early advantage. They're feeling good now. 8.9 to 10.3. It's a small gold lead, but at 6 minutes it is quite substantial. Oracle Lens going to tell him exactly where this Kai'Sa is. They're not going to be able to get the kill, but they will be able to get quite a bit of damage. I mean, they might just be able to get the kill. That brand really does hurt. Question is if they want to tower dive. The Nautilus hook went through. Looks like they're going to be fine for now. There's the engage, though. They're going to jump in onto this Lissandra. Flash tries to get away. Cannot. Kai'Sa will find the kill. Aqualad trying to get that control ward, and now it's Kerfuffle in the top lane. Jason trying to survive. Aqualad taking some damage, but more importantly, Jason will be able to get out. The Aatrox force the R, trying to take some more damage. Or survive some more damage, even. About a 25%, or not, yeah, 25% gold lead now for CSU. I had to double check to make sure I was doing my math right, which is a little bit more impactful than if you think about a 2.7k gold lead. A lot of that naturally coming from the CS, as well as Mr. Scrub McLord in the bot lane with 2 kills and 59 CS compared to the 23 now, 25, 26. I'll get this dragon as well. Entirely uncontested. In fact, Snorlax is just going to go for these Void Grubs. Hello? Right. Oh, Jason. Taking a lot of damage with his Aatrox. They're going to try to flash to get it, but he is just a little bit too late. Cancels the auto, I believe, as well. Can I please go to this Kha'Zix or Kha'Zix POV? He does not want me to go to the enemy point of view for some reason. But they'll take the Blood Grubs nevertheless. Massive damage trade, but Aqualad is going to be taking the brunt of the return. He will not survive. Tries to go for a little play, but Scrub McLord was not set in a good position for that. Does at the very least have the Berserker's Greaves now. Pushing up, trying to see if anything cheeky can be found, but recall already went through. Only a single stack on that Dark Sealed for his Beard's Weird. We'll want to find a little bit more value out of that as the game goes on to make it a worthwhile purchase. Maybe find a Mejai's later in the game. Nice, just a little bit of gold there from the wards. Facing now one level over, but I don't think that's going to mean a whole lot. He's going to WNE as well. It'll be a positive damage trade. He'll be able to shove this wave in quite effectively. He'll be taking some damage to the R now from Devious. Is going to give him a little bit more damage. Jason just needs to survive, but he's going to go for the Forge God. Doesn't do a whole lot. Does stop Devious from getting more CS, and the ult is also faded by now. Under the plate, funneled into the bot laner here. Scrub McLord, that hyper carry. Kha'Zix tries to go for the dive in. Will get a positive damage trade, so worth it in the end. This one a little low on mana top side. A little bit nervous. Okay, we're just moving all over the place, aren't we, right? Does not miss the cannon. One good play, and this Draven is about to get a massive chunk of gold. 150 stacks. It'll be beautiful. Here comes the Kha'Zix. They do not know. Aqualad hits the double engage. Flashback. Scrub McLord goes for the flash himself. He will find that one. It's just up to Aqualad to survive. The Kha'Zix drops low. The Nautilus has to stand here, stand his ground, and he's not going to survive. Double kill now for Scrub McLord. Always will he go for these. That's the flash forward from Aqualad. He's taking the damage for Scrub McLord. He's going to take a bird shot in the end. They got to try to survive. Scrub McLord's just going to go for it. He'll get the third kill in that little scruffle. He's going to have to get out the Omu's now obtained for Kha'Zix. He's going to want to go for harder engages. Snorlax will be able to find those too. Jason pulled in with that. The Draven, or the Devious rather, on the Aatrox. I don't know why I keep calling Aatrox Draven, but I do. Obviously incorrect, but besides the Sunfire Cape being built by Dillahan here. Gank up top. Kha'Zix here with him, making it a trio effort. That will be most likely the exit from the Aatrox, but the damage is just too great. I stand oh so very corrected. The TP was invested, of course, or not invested even. They get the kill without needing it. Gold lead halfway now to 5 digits. Starting to get to that insurmountable point where not sure how the game will go on. This round of grubs as well will be going to CSU. Brand a little bit more efficient at clearing out those grubbies than the Kazakhs, especially at these earlier levels. Three stacks now on his Dark Seal as well. Quite dangerous. The R sent in, I guess just to clear the wave. Still has a lot of stacks though, if I'm not mistaken. Oh no, he cashed them in, I suppose. He's only got 36 remaining. Try to chase down Aqualad here. He should be able to get out Kazakhs with the engage, or Kazakhs rather. Soul will get out Sandra. Not an easy champion to lock down. Snorlax in here. He's setting up for an engage, but Aqualad sees something coming. Oh, trying to contest this dragon, contest the Void Grub as well. Comes the bot laners from Lourdes. Gonna move up, but Aqualad has found the way to engage. Say goodbye to your ADC. 1 and 4. Just a target, just a bag of meat to be pulled into the abyss. Another kill for Scrub McLord, just in case he needed another. And as Snorlaxon tries to go for the chicken steal, he's being pushed back by that Tristana. Basically able to just 1v1 him there. And this will be quite a decent position for CSU. Snorlaxon trying to get out. Will successfully do so. Dragon taken as well. And a turret. This is starting to get to the point where it may be quite hard to catch up. 40%, 38% maybe in the gold lead. 8,000 just about. 7,500 more accurately. But as this game goes on, each number gets further and further ahead for CSU, except for the deaths. Only 3 for CSU, and all are held by the support, whom I believe is building the locket. If I had to presume. Or it could be Zeke's convergence, of course, tries to go for the engage, but Tristana not so easily locked down. Aqualad will cover. Now Scrub McLord can 1v1 this Aatrox relatively comfortably. You try to fight him and it will not succeed. Cashes in on the passive stacks as well. Looks like an engage here from Jason. He's just going to push this Kaisa out of the wave. Will be a counter engage here for Dullahan. That hook. Impacting the cliff side. Another turret, this one taken by Scrum McLord yet again. All the gold they could possibly give to him. ADC syndrome is sometimes warranted, and this is like one of those cases. I mean, my man's got Collector and Bloodthirster, so... Another neutral objective taken for CSU, as if they need it anymore. Will be that Rift Herald to chase here. Pops. That item. Yeah. Can't believe I forgot it. It's Ghostblade, I think. Yomu's Ghostblade. I was correct. But goodness gracious, man. BF Sword, Collector, he's building up to that IE. This is looking rough here if you're Lourdes. About to hit that 10k gold lead now, Devious. Going to be pushed out of this wave a little bit by Jason on the Ornn. Kind of goes for that empowered auto, not a whole lot else to do. Scrum McLord melting down that Nautilus with those axes. Looking like a fairly rough trade for Jason. If that R comes out from the Aatrox, it might end up looking bad from him, especially with that Black Cleaver. Isaac's just able to 1v1 Snorlax in here. While getting this wave, jumps in, tries to go for the kill. Will not be able to. Here comes the cover. That's the flash in with the R. The shutdown is claimed, an extra 250 gold. Jason just gonna get a bit of a knock up there. Onto the Aatrox. Wave pushing in. Jason's fortunate. Santa might gift him a little present. Scrub McLord might have something other than that to say. Another kill for him just in case he needs another. His Beard's Weird will stop that recall, and yep. Say goodbye to your mid laner. 1 and 2 is even before that. That's a nice counter engage, and say goodbye to your jungler as well. Scrub McLord taking quite a bit of damage, but this ADC is unperturbed. The hook will send him back into the turret. He might just fall. 1 HP, that'll be the shutdown. 1,000 gold sent over to the Nautilus. How well can you use that, really? Sunfire Cape was taken 9, trying to go for the engage, but Aqualad and Jason 2 targets that just might be a little bit too bulky. Zeke's Convergence, not the best item at keeping you alive, but it will get the job done. This Nautilus now positive, the only player on the team positive. I believe that's the Canic Rocker or the AP Sunfire Cape. Oh, the MR Sunfire Cape, rather. Hollow Radiance. I believe that is Hollow Radiance, or got the other item already. Canic Rocker. One of those two are being built. Aqualad gets hooked in. Let's see if he can find a counter engage. It's a TP coming in. It's going to be 4 players versus 4 players. Scrub McLord is present. The main source of damage. He's got his R just about ready to pop it. Jason goes in for the engage, but his Beard's Weird has found another target as well. Scrub McLord is going under the turret. He's going to take quite a bit of damage, but he's going to survive. Nevertheless, Jason takes a whole lot more. The Forge God rolls in, taking down all of Lourdes, cleaved off the rift. They'll find the dragon. They won't get a whole lot else. The end is not in sight. But oh Lord, is it getting close. Once this IE comes online, real hard to live anything that Scrub McLord has to say. This Baron gonna go down real quick as well with a Brand and a Draven who's quite well fed. Soloing the dragon there was, of course, Kha'Zix. Looks like the game's about to end because I got tabbed out and now you have but one guess as to who's gonna end it. You got the Baron, they got the dragon. They've got a 50% gold lead, nearly. This game is looking rather grim for Lourdes, but rather positive for Cleveland State. Devious has not built anything really since building up into that Black Cleaver. Nobody has, in fact. Single serrated Dirk here for Snorlax, and CSU has just built items upon items. IE now online. Or Scrub McLord, that Infinity Edge is just going to make him melt through anybody and everybody. Even popping the Rift Herald from the Nexus. His own Nexus, in fact. This game is on a timer. Each second that passes means another second of, well, closer to the end. Jason will get the spot lane turret. Technically contested. Nice bit of gold. Shelly gonna get through this inhibitor. A single blast will set it to half. She will not survive, but they will still get the inhib at the end of the day. The empowered cannon minion deals the damage. The turret as well. They're going to look for an engage here. Dullahan dropping so low. So much damage. Sunfire Cape cannot keep you alive against all of that. The Scrubbic Lord sends in the R. This is going to look like a tower dive onto Devious. Going to pop the R, but how much can it really do? Jason finds that one. Another turret drops. The walls begin to close in as the inhib is about to fall. CSU, as dominant can be. That gold lead, just in case you need another example of the dominance. 18k, well over 50% at this point. It is an unlosable situation. They've got the R's, they've got the presence, they've got the style. Forge God rolls its way through, and they're just gonna find some kills. They're just gonna look for the end. No reason not to. The players who are still here can only survive for oh so long. The Kazakhs went deep to try to make something happen, but he's just trying to recall now and see what he can find. It's game one. Without a shadow of a doubt, CSU. They take it in overwhelming fashion. Can't ask for a better game than that. Don't really think. I'll send it to a quick be right back while the players work on their second draft and work on getting back into the game.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift. Seconds until minions spawn. has been destroyed. Red team's turret has been destroyed. Dominating.
Unfortunately, I was unable to commentate that game due to an important phone call, but CSU has won. I think nobody's surprised. I'm going to go get one of the players for a quick interview. Never mind, I forgot I can't grab any of the players for a quick interview. Thank you for all watching. Have a good night.